So we have reached the end of Dance with Devils, and it makes me really sad because this show was so good, man. It was so good, and it makes me really sad to see it go. Oh man, and also the ending, man. It makes me so sad with Ritska and Rem, man. It makes me so sad. That song, Dance with Destiny, man. I don't think I can play that song anymore without crying, man. I don't think I can do that. However, there is still a chance of a season 2 because of the things just before the credits. At least I hope that is for a season 2 if this sells really good. And I hope it will have good BDs and DVD sales. I really hope it because I want to see a season 2. I don't want to be like, okay, you want to see what happened next? Go play the light novel. Light novel game. Go play that because it's not out in the West, so I cannot play it, man. It's so sad. I want to play it, but I can't because it's not out. It's really sad. However, before I start crying myself to sleep over it, and let me again just say it, if you haven't seen this series but are considering it, go watch it. It's well worth your time. It's such a great game. I first thought it would be, I think it's a Otome game where a girl basically has a lot of guys to choose from, and in the end, she doesn't end up with any one of them. And you could say that is actually also what it ends with. But still, this is different because the girl, she knows who she wants, and she kind of gets him in the end. She kind of gets him. But let's get into what happens in this episode, and you will understand what I mean and why this show is such an amazing show. Because in this episode, we see a fight between Jeek and Lindo. And Jeek, he doesn't see value Lindo. He actually thinks he is a lesser being because he's only a Dhampir and not a pure-blooded vampire. And he is kind of correct because Lindo, he couldn't defeat Jeek if it was just hand-to-hand combat. He couldn't. However, Lindo, he is smart and uses his exorcist abilities to freeze Jeek. And he's actually taking a great risk when he actually lures Jeek into the circle. Because he let Jeek deliberately strike him. And imagine, Jeek, he could, maybe if he had been close enough, easily strike through and destroy the heart of Lindo, which of course would have nullified all his effort. However, his efforts pays off, and he managed to kill Jeek. He even sends him flying out, and he gets speared, Jeek. He gets speared on a statue with a sword and dies there. And with his last words is crying out for lost Nestor, which was his one and all. And Nestor, what does he think? He thinks just he is incompetent and that he don't need him. He looks down on him. So Nestor even thought I found him cool. He only sees people as tools. He was kinda like, I must guess Rem was like that before he met Ritska. Just seeing people as tools and to be discarded when they was no longer necessary. Just like, the aunt of Martha. Yeah, Martha. The aunt of Ritska and the mother of Lindo. So yeah, and he actually almost should say he almost convinces his son to join him. However, his son, he realizes that he doesn't have a father because he realizes that Nestor, he's a bad person and he should not follow him. So he breaks out of the trance and kills his father, or so he thinks, because he basically strikes his hand through the place where the heart normally would be. And Nestor, he plays like he dies. However, he doesn't die because of his special ability where he has placed his heart another place, somewhere in, another place in the building. So yeah, he didn't die. he almost won. He actually almost won because of his extreme power. If it wasn't because of the clock striking midnight and Ritzka's power awakening, and she basically deciding that she has had enough of people fighting, killing each other, hurting each other over the grimoire, and basically trying to possess her, and that she wanted to be, she wants to control her own destiny. They could maybe have lost if she had been a standard ultimate girl, But Ritzka, she isn't that. She is strong. She is well strong, and she takes her destiny in her own hand. And she finds the heart and stabs it with the knife that she was given by Asuna. And sadly, Asuna, she doesn't revive. She doesn't revive, so she is officially dead. So that's really sad, but still. She kills Nesta by stabbing the heart which was hidden inside a statue, and he dies. He dies alone. He has no followers, because when he died for the first time, or when Lindo killed him, or they presumed Lindo killed him, his followers actually ran away, so he died alone, and that is a really, really sad way to die. However, even though I like Nesta, and he is a badass Nesta, I still think he got what he deserved. And now to the sad part, because the grimoire's power vanishes from what she called Ritzka, and that means that the devils and Louis has no reason to stay in the world. They basically have to go back to the demon world, or the dark world as Lord Nesta calls it. So yeah, however, Rem, he tells Ritzka that he loves her, and that he offers her a choice now that she has demon blood in her vein. She can either choose to go with him and be happy, with the man that she loves, or devil that she loves, or as she calls it, my dearest devil. Or she can choose to stay in the human world with the people she likes, her mother and Lindo. And of course this is a hard decision. This is a really hard decision, because if she goes to the demon world, she will never see her mother and Lindo again, most likely. And Lindo, he's actually been very mature, because he's ready to accept that what she called Ritzka goes with Rem to the demon world. He will even protect her from afar. So yeah, he don't want to be the guy in her life. He only wants to protect her. So I have big respect from the development Lindo got in this episode. But what does she choose? She actually chooses her mother and Lindo over the love. And you know how much that requires? That requires a lot. In every other Ultima game, the girl would have taken her love, or maybe in some shit it would just have been like, oh, you know what? I gotta stay anyway. I'm just gonna get the others to tell my father that I'm not coming back, that I will stay here in the human world. No. She gets one kiss from him before he vanishes. And that is actually the thumbnail I uses. That is the only kiss she gets. And she also gets the crown, which she at the end carries around in her neck, like she did with the ring or the pendant. And she doesn't see Rem again. So it ends with her giving up her love for her family, basically, to stay human. And I have great respect for that. I have great respect from Dance with Devils. I expected something where we had a weak female character that was basically just being bossed around, or maybe she was just insecure. But I got one where she knew what she wanted, and yet even when she could have gotten what she wanted, which was her dear devil Rem, she still decided that she wanted to stay with her mom and her brother Lindo. And that takes balls. I take great pleasure in saying this may have been one of the best animes this season. Maybe not in the action part. Yes, One Punch Man is good. It's really good. And I know that it is number 1 on the anime list. But still, this one belongs also there because it is one of the best Ultimate games. And if they are gonna do a season 2, and I want that, as I already have said, I want a season 2 of this amazing show. I really hope they are not gonna make her like a bimbo or, you know, just a standard girl. They need to keep her that way. They need to keep her that way if it is to be if they are gonna change it. I rather wanna say no. I would like a season 2, yes. But if it is that way, I gonna basically say season 2 never existed. Season 2 never existed. And just be done with it. And remember it as it is now. Because I don't want a shitty season 2. Or something like Sora no Tsushima's movie. Or Heaven's Lost Property, the movie. Which was the worst shit ever. It ruined the chance of ever getting a 3rd season. It makes me so pissed. Just like Omamari Himari. That makes me pissed. Because they had such a great build-up. They had such a great one. And then they pull a shit ending. Something that basically ruins it. It makes it impossible to make more seasons. Or even advertise the manga, man. You can take almost 2 volumes, which would most likely take the same time to read, and you would have a better experience than watching that god-awful anime. So yeah, but with that, guys, I think I'm gonna wish you all a good day, good night, wherever you are. And if you haven't seen this, please go see it. You will not regret it. It's so good. It's so good. I have chills now. I even feel that my fingers are gonna shake just of that amazing feeling I have now. So until later, guys, see ya.